What's up, friend? Graham here from recordingrevolution.com. Welcome back to our Recording a Song from Scratch series. Today, we're looking at the bass guitar. Now, quickly in review, what we've been doing is trying to record a song from top to bottom. So this is a perfect series if you are a brand new beginner or you're still feeling out digital recording. And in the first couple of videos, I've shown you two things. One, that we're going to use budget equipment. My main audio interface is a Focusrite Scarlett Solo USB interface. This is a $99 box, 2-channel, very, very simple to use, sounds great. And then for my microphone choice, which we'll use in later videos for some guitar stuff and vocals, I'm gonna be using the Behringer B1. And all of this is being recorded into a free piece of software called Pro Tools First. Now we set all that up in the first video, got our scratch track laid down, and in the last video I walked you through using drum loops, whether you use drum loops or Easy Drummer or a real drummer, how we want to create that drum bed before we really record the rest of the part. So in today's video, I want to lay down the bass to those drum loops so I have a really, really tight rhythm bed. Now what I'm going to do in my session is go ahead and mute the scratch guitar part because I found out that this is actually a little out of tune. I hadn't tuned that guitar when I recorded it. It was just for the groove, just for the hook, and it's a little out of tune with my bass. So I'm going to get rid of that. Then I'm going to create a brand new mono audio track. And then I'm going to change the name of this track to bass. And then I'm going to plug in the guitar cable to my bass guitar and then plug the other end into the input 2 of my Scarlett Solo interface and make sure that this input is switched to instrument signal, not line level signal. This is not a keyboard, it's an instrument cable. Now inside of Pro Tools First, I'm going to arm the new bass track and make sure I'm getting signal coming through. Now a little tip here, when setting the levels for your bass guitar or any input for that matter, you want to make sure that you don't have the gain too loud on your interface. Watch the meter on my bass track when I turn up the gain knob on my Scarlett Solo. All right, so that's overloading the converter, that's overloading the software. You see that red light come on, that's a clip light. That means we've taken the volume higher than it's supposed to be, and now it's distorting. It's gonna sound nasty. The way we control that is make sure that we turn the actual gain knob on our audio interface, not here in the software, but on the audio interface, to an appropriate level so that when we play, we're getting plenty of signal, 50 to 75% of the way up the meter, but not really hitting the top at all. Much better. Okay, now that we're ready to record, I want to give you a couple of tips if you're laying down any bass. Now, when I'm recording bass guitar here for myself in my home studio, or when I'm coaching other bass players in sessions, I have 2 rules or 2 guidelines that I try to follow. Number 1 is less is more when it comes to bass. Keep it simple. Whatever the rhythm is, if you're like me, you're really a guitar player playing bass, try not to think like a guitar player where you're strumming and filling every moment with up and down beats. Think less is more. It will really, really create open space for the rest of your band. And the second rule is follow the kick drum. The kick drum is really a clue for you. It leaves breadcrumbs for you to follow as the bass player to create impact and punch. If the bass guitar hits alongside the kick drum pattern, then it makes the kick drum sound massive, and the kick drum makes the bass sound massive. So when in doubt, have the bass follow the kick drum. All right, now let's get to the beginning of the session. I'll have a 1-bar count off with my click track, and I'll start playing. Now, if you can record through the entire song in one pass, great. Even if you make a mistake, don't stop, because what you can do is go back and record other takes later. You could always later take the best parts of one take and paste it over the bad parts of the other take and create a new super take that has the best of both worlds. Now, some people prefer to record a bar or two and then come back in a few bars later. This is called punching in, one section at a time. I'm more of a fan of playing all the way through, or as in big of a chunk as I can, even if I make a mistake or two, and then recording another big pass with maybe up to 3, then taking the best pieces of each. And the reason for this is it's the most natural way for me to play as a musician. When you go play a live song, you don't stop every 4 bars and then start again. You play the song. And so for me, it's natural. Also, you get a more natural performance because I can respond and react to the groove in real time, so that little nuances come through that seem more musical and more natural. Plus, there's the psychological benefit of not stopping yourself or feeling bad that you screwed up. Just play, man. Just play, and then go back and either edit and fix the performance with a little bit of cut and paste, or copy over a better measure or two from a previous section or a previous take. So what I'm gonna do is record the rest of this bass part so we're set up and ready to go. And in the next video, I'm gonna show you how to record guitars in your session and fill out the arrangement. Now, before you go, I've got a gift for you. If you're getting into recording and you really wanna see what are all the steps involved, I'm showing you a lot of that here in the video series, but I have a helpful guide that will partner with this series beautifully, and it's called My 6 Steps to a Radio-Worthy Song. And it literally walks you through everything from songwriting to arranging to recording, and even finishing up and releasing your song to the world so it sounds really, really professional. So it sounds radio ready, which is a term I like to use. It's a free guide. I want you to be able to download it right now. Just go to radioreadyguide.com. I'll put the link in the description box, or you just click here. And what I want you to do is download it as my gift to you, read through it, and let it soak in, and it will pair with what we're doing here in this video series. I really want this to be able to lock in for you so that you have a framework when you go to record a song. When you have an idea and you want to get it down and make it sound good. I'm not just talking about demos, I'm talking about real good sound. This will give you the step-by-step plan that I use when I make music in my home studio, and I think it'll help be a little bit of a guide and a map for you. So check it out. It's free download, radioreadyguide.com. I'll see you soon on the next video.